Well, Ninos, Mexico started way back in '67 from um, a young man that went to our church actually, and his parents were involved with it, and my dad was one of the charter board members, and so I kind of grew up with knowing about it all the time, and didn't really ever go down there till the early 80s for just a visit, and then in the 90s, late 90s, I started going on mission trips, and then in the 2000s, I started going on mission trips, but taking charge of them and being in charge of taking mission trips. So we go down about every 2 years now. We are supporters. Right now we support 5 kids down there, and we had 2 other kids that we supported, and they have both left Ninos to Mexico and are out on their own now. And I take charge of the mission trips for at our church and organize them and try to get people excited about it and get them to go down so we can get more people to know about Ninos to Mexico. I think the vision, originally, when this couple went down originally, they went on I guess it was a mission trip, I'm not quite sure, but they saw all these children, abandoned children on the streets of Mexico. And they knew that they didn't have anybody to take care of them, and they wanted to go back and start this mission so that those kids could have a Christian home and grow up learning about Christ, and hopefully they would accept him and then go back out into their own communities and tell them and tell their country about Christ and bring them to Christ too. They have homes, and I think they have, I'm not quite sure, 4 or 5 homes right now on different locations. For a long time there was 4 main homes, and they have house parents in each of the homes. And the kids actually call them, I believe, aunt and uncle at this time. I think a lot of times when they called them mom and dad way back when, if that couple decided to leave or move on to a different ministry or something, it was kind of like, mom and dad were leaving us again. But there's lots of aunts and uncles, so another aunt and uncle would come and take care of them. And it's just the homes are like a family setting, and you see the kids playing, and of course they have their little squabbles just like our kids back here, and you have to deal with that, and it's just a real good setting. They have their own school up through the grade school ages, and then they go out to the public schools once they get through that. But they bring them in, and they're trying to get them caught up. A lot of these kids have never been to school, so they don't know anything, and so they have to get, and they might be, an older child. My daughter was an intern down there in 2010, and she helped with the preschool kids. My husband and I went down to visit one time, and we sat in on her preschool class, and there was, I think, 4 little ones in there that were like, 3 or 4 or maybe 5, and there was one little girl in there that was 9 years old, but she had never been to school. So she was in there learning colors and numbers and things like that. But they try to catch them up to their speed and get them where they need to be so that they can graduate at the appropriate age that they should. Each of the homes have, I think, their own devotion time. The house parents are Christians, and just through family love and the administrators that go down there, and then the work groups that go down there, they're Christians, and they're helping the kids, and the kids see them in action, and they know that they're there because they're Christ-filled Christians. And then they all go to church in San Vicente on Sundays and are involved in things with that also. The first thing is prayer. I just think people need to really pray about it and pray for them, that things go well. And then, of course, your time, you can spend your time down there using your abilities, like in carpentry or plumbing or painting or whatever it is. You can use your time and go on mission trips down there. And then financially, and I think you can support the kids through the HUGS program, and it's like $25 a month. It's not much, but it's a big deal for them. And then you get letters from the little kids and can go down and see them. That's what's fun. I guess because I always have known about it, and I just kind of fell in love with it. And you go down there, and now I'll start to cry. You go down there and you kind of fall in love with the kids while you're there. And it's just the opportunity for other people to know about Christ in a different country. And you just get to love on them and hug on them, and they bless you right back by their love and their hugs, and it's just an awesome experience. Well, I just hope that that people that see this will check it out, and maybe God will lay on their hearts that they can support it in somehow, some way, even if it's just prayers. And the more people we can get to go down there to see it, that's when it really hits you hard that these kids are down there, they're happy, they didn't come from good circumstances, but now they're happy and they're loving God and they're making decisions for Christ in their lives.
If you know of a ministry that we need to know about, please give us a call, 888-641-8606, or take a look at our website, revelationstv.org.